It started with a whisper. At first, I thought it was the wind brushing against the old window in my bedroom. But the voice wasn't vague like wind. It was clear, low, and close. It said my name, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Ethan, Ethan, Ethan. I froze. My heart hammered so loudly that I could hear it in my ears. I live alone. No family, no roommates, no pets. Just me and my small rented house on the edge of town. The neighbors were far, and nobody had a key. That night, I didn't move. I pulled the blanket up to my chin and stared into the dark corners of my room until the sun finally rose. I tried to convince myself it was a dream, a trick of my tired mind. I had been working late shifts, running on little sleep, and maybe my brain had just made it up. But I couldn't shake the feeling that something had changed. The next night, it came back. This time, I wasn't asleep. I had left the light on, a small lamp by my bed. I told myself if I stayed awake, I could prove nothing was wrong. But around 2:13 a.m., the light flickered. Once, twice. Then the bulb dimmed as if someone had placed a hand over it, and then the voice. Ethan. It wasn't outside. It wasn't in my head. It was in the room with me. The sound came from the far corner where the shadows gathered, darker than the rest of the space. I whispered, "Who's there?" My voice cracked. The shadow moved. It didn't crawl along the wall like normal darkness. It leaned forward, stretching, shaping itself into something tall and thin. No eyes, no mouth, no face. Just a figure cut out of the dark. And then, it spoke again. "Ethan, I know you." My throat went dry. I wanted to run, to scream, but my legs felt glued to the mattress. The following days were worse. Everywhere I went, I saw it. Not fully, but enough. A figure standing across the street when I left for work. A shadow under the street lamp that bent the wrong way. Even in broad daylight, I'd catch a glimpse of something darker than it should have been, watching, and it always whispered my name. At the grocery store, at the bus stop, even in the silence of the office bathroom stall. Ethan. I stopped answering my friends' calls. Stopped going out after dark. Sleep became impossible. When I closed my eyes, I felt it leaning over me, closer and closer, as if waiting for me to drift away so it could... What? Take me? Consume me? I didn't know. One night, after nearly a week of torment, I decided to confront it. I left every light on in the house. Kitchen, bathroom, hallways, bedroom. Every bulb glowing. I sat on the couch with a baseball bat clutched in my hands. At 2 a.m., the air grew heavy. The bulbs hummed. Then, one by one, they burned out. Pop, pop, pop. Until I was surrounded by darkness. And in that darkness, it arrived. The shadow pooled across the living room floor, climbing the walls, swallowing the light of the moon outside. It towered above me, tall enough to scrape the ceiling. "Ethan," it said, louder this time. "I know what you've done." My mouth went dry. My knuckles whitened around the bat. "What do you want from me?" I demanded. The shadow leaned closer, its head, or what I thought was a head, hovering inches from mine. No face, but I swear I felt breath that was colder than ice. "You can't hide from me. You can't lie to me. I know your name. I know your past. I know everything. I swung the bat through it. Nothing. The bat cut through empty air. The shadow laughed, an awful broken sound that rattled in my chest. After that night, I knew it wouldn't leave me alone. I searched online for answers, Stories of shadow people, whispers, hauntings. Some said it was sleep paralysis. Others said it was a demon. A few even claimed it was something older, something that attaches itself when it learns your name. Because names have power. And once something from the dark knows yours, it never lets go. I tried sleeping in motels, tried staying at a friend's apartment. But no matter where I went, at 2:13 a.m., it found me. The shadow would seep under doors, curl along ceilings, and whisper my name like a lover. Ethan, come with me. I stopped eating, stopped sleeping. I looked in the mirror one morning and barely recognized myself. Pale skin, sunken eyes, trembling hands. I wasn't living anymore. I was just waiting. Last night, it finally touched me. I woke up to find my room colder than ever. My breath came out in white clouds. I didn't want to look, but I couldn't help it. The shadow was standing by the bed, taller, sharper, thicker than before. Ethan, it said. Its hand, if you can call it that, reached out. Fingers of darkness curled around my wrist. My skin burned with frostbite. I screamed, but no sound came out. And then it leaned down and whispered something I'll never forget. Soon, you'll be mine. I don't know how much longer I have. The doctors will say I'm paranoid, sleep-deprived, hallucinating. But I know what I saw, what I heard, what I felt. The shadow knows my name, and it won't stop until I follow it into whatever place it came from. So, if you're reading this, listen carefully. If you ever hear a whisper in the dark, if you ever feel like something is watching you when you're alone, if you ever hear it say your name, don't answer, don't look, don't give it the power, because once it knows your name, it never forgets. Comment below if you've ever felt like the shadows in your room moved when they shouldn't have.